Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Royal war has erupted again as Ooni of Ife's wives clash over Queen Naomi's school project that is happening in Akure right now. Over the weekend, there was a very troubling decision that was made. According to the wife, they said that it was a troubling decision that Kabiyesi wants to be involved in Queen Naomi's school project. Queen Naomi had decided to start building her school on her own terms. Like she started up a project called the Herald International School right there in Akure. Now, her vision for this school is that, school fees is becoming increasingly expensive in Nigeria. And a lot of people want to put their children in very good schools because they can't afford it. They go to smaller schools. And she said, okay, from the experience that she had during December, she wants to try and finish that project this year so she can be able to breathe anew into the lives of children. The poor, the rich, and all that she's going to be a bridge for which the poor kids and the rich kids will, come through, right? And that's what this project is about. It's a project that is supposed to cost over 300 million naira, right? Now, the property that she had proposed for the school has been a property that is by the back of Herald Ministries, okay? And so now she wanted to use that property. But Kabiyesi, of course, when a man is in love, Kabiyesi said, no, that land is too small, that Nami should use a different land, a land that belongs to Kabiyesi, that, of course, he's going to legalize the purpose for Olori Naomi, that's the land they will use. And he also brought in engineers to do the evaluation and everything to look at the map of the school and the plan. Naomi already had her own plan, had already paid them to develop a plan for her. And, Kabiyesi changed all of that because, of course, he is willing to do that for the wife. Now, one thing that people do not know that I'll continue to emphasize on is the fact that Kabiyesi loves Olori Naomi so much, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing anybody can do about it, okay? And when love is speaking, you can recognize love by the way the man acts, okay? Yes, you can recognize that the man is driven by love, okay? You will just see the man doing all sort of things because of love. And he decided he wants to do that project for Olori Naomi. But he spoke to his wives, which I do think is the right thing to do for a king of that size or magnitude, if I may use that word. I think it's the right thing to do. He decided to get the wives involved in what he is trying to do for Olori Naomi. Not just for them to know, because they said even before this time, the news that he is trying to build that school for Olori Naomi had already filtered out. He didn't just want to discuss it. He felt it wasn't their business, but because he found out that the news had already filtered out, he decided that he was going to let them know that this is exactly what he is doing. And he called them and he appreciated them and told them, look, this is exactly what I want to do. And the project is already has commenced, okay? And all hell was let loose. There was serious basbos in the palace. And it be saying that she has a traditional right to stop that from happening as the first wife, as the Yeyoluwa of the source. Like, she has the traditional right. And from what I'm hearing, from my own investigation, they say she has a right to stop that. That when you make a woman Yeyoluwa of the source, that it was Ooni of Ife that pronounced that woman the Yeyoluwa of the source. That woman has a traditional right to stop that. But she cannot, because she had not kept herself clean the entire time from the very beginning. The Council of Elders, they are aware. They do a traditional council where you take this kind of issues, so they are aware and all of that, so she won't be able to do anything. And she said it's not going to happen. Now, there's been a very, very serious turbulence in the palace over this, because the Oloris they decided to split camps. Some are against Kabiyesi and others are for Kabiyesi. Now, I am beginning to love what some of these women are doing. They are playing really smart. You want to survive in that kind of community, you want to use your brain, you want to play fast. Now, if you look at what has been happening, you find out that Ikpi, Bloblo, Gospel, Ebony, they are on one side, okay? Then you have Dr. Elizabeth standing on her own. That's the fifth. And you have Oletik standing on her own, right? Yeah, you have Oletik standing on her own. Now, nobody knows where Oletik belongs. Oletik is not like, Oletik is like, what do you call? I know soft, I know cool. But when you see a woman who is standing by what is right, she's happy. And that is why you see that Dr. Lizzie is always happy. Dr. Lizzie plays maturely and all of that. But surprisingly, something happened. Bloblo joined Dr. Lizzie. Now, you know that few months ago, I think it's up to 4 or 5 months, that Bloblo decided, no, the beginning of this year, that she decided that she's not going to go against her husband anymore. That she is standing by her husband. But from time to time, people continue to scrutinize her because of certain things. You know, we have differences in opinion. Something will happen, they expect her to just say, oh, it's for Queen Naomi, I'm standing for Queen Naomi. But if her opinion is different, people begin to say maybe she's not real. But so far, it does look as if she is, she has continued to tilt towards the side of Truth and Ooni of Ife, playing very matured and all that. So right now, she is upset that these women have continued to treat Kabiyesi this way. These women have continued to make the man worried. These women have continued to, cause all of these kinds of problems. She is very, very unhappy about it. As in so unhappy about it. So she decided to join Dr. Elizabeth. And there was a very serious argument. They said this argument, they were shouting on top of their voice. Who do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are to come into the palace and begin to make noise and act as if you can give orders? Who are you ordering? Are you going to tell Kabiyesi what to do? What the hell is wrong with you? Now, this happens to be Dr. Lizzie and Bloblo against others. Then you have Oletik, who is not putting her mouth anywhere around now. Right now, Oletik is not putting her mouth in any matter. She's just on her own. She's very occupied with her kids, just doing her own thing. I don't know, maybe that was the counsel they gave her and all of that, but she's just standing neutral, not talking. Maybe they all obviously told her that is the best way to survive in the palace. Because at some point when Naomi was there, they so dealt with the beautiful Naomi that Naomi was just talking, as in not talking anymore. She was just on her own. And that is why they say that what goes around comes around. You may not know what people are going through, but you need to understand that that is not always as rosy as you think it is. So this is what has been going on in the palace. It's been so much as Ikpe is swearing that she would never, that school, the private jet own happened. Everything happened, she kept quiet. The London mansion happened, that school will never happen. That school will never happen. No, they said that's how Ikpe was shaking. Others, they were hitting back on her, and that it was a very, very serious wahala. Heavy basbos all over the place over the school matter. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.